It is exactly 8:30. This is Keith Ngesi Radio. We're doing radio according to Creative Society. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The moment that we've been waiting for is here. And I have a beautiful lady with me, joining me all the way from Turkey. Thank you, Creative Society. Well, I love the song. I must say, I love the song. But before I formally introduce my visitor or my guest this morning, I think it is only proper that I do this. I quickly, just quickly pay the bills, the commercial break. I think I have to.
What if each one of us has an opportunity to live in a completely different reality? What if you could change the world? What would that world be like? What if science would not serve private interests? What technologies would everyone already have? How would the world be transformed? Have you ever thought about this?
Welcome to the real world.
Creative Society is a world where everything serves to improve your life every minute. In the Creative Society, you will have access to matter replicators to create clothes and food for free.
Enjoy your meal.
Free education anywhere in the world. Spacious free housing by birthright. In the Creative Society, you will have access to free high-quality healthcare. Body regeneration capsule in every home.
Your body is completely restored.
Safe transport and a unified emergency service everywhere.
Yes, that was a quick intro. And now let's welcome a beautiful lady, Olga Kotik. She's here and ready, and she's all the way from Turkey. Good morning, Olga.
Good morning, Claudia. Very nice to meet you. And thank you so much for having Creative Society today in your studio.
I'm super excited. I've been, telling the viewers from 6 a.m. that 8:30 we're having this interview with you. And it is exciting, it is exciting, I must say. And before, first things first, who is Olga Kotik?
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for allowing me to introduce myself. So I'm from Turkey, and I'm a managing director in IT studio. But most part of my life is Creative Society. I'm working in PR department of the Creative Society, fully voluntarily, of course. We are calling it work, but it's more like a hobby because it gives us so much inspiration. Long story short, Creative Society is my main area of life now.
All right. Viewers at home are, very ready to hear more about Creative Society. What is Creative Society? And especially for you personally, what does it mean, really?
Thank you so much for this question. So Creative Society is a movement of ordinary people all around the world, which main goal is to change format of our society from destructive and consumerist one, where human life doesn't mean anything, where we don't have any freedom, any opportunities, into creative format, where human life will prevail over everything, especially over power and money. And it means that every human in the world, just by birthright, will have all basic needs covered, like housing, food, quality food and water, of course. Education and healthcare must be free and quality also. So people will have more time to think about other things in their life, not to just live in a hunt for money, for a piece of dollar, but to do their hobbies, to create something, to release their talents, to develop this world, to travel, to read, to do whatever we really want. And everything else, like hard work, to live, to artificial intelligence, for example, to robots. So Creative Society, it's a mixture of technologies and humaneness, like a format of the world where everything serves to the human.
Wow, a mix of technology and humanity. The world is changing. Everything now is going digital, and we're trying, to bridge that gap, and to make things easier for humanity, and rather than clashing, but to rather see how best can we make the world a better place. Well, I can see that Wando Joseph is trying to connect, but maybe as soon as he's ready, we will welcome him as well. But for now, when was this formed, and who is behind it? It's globally. I'm connecting with you all the way from Turkey, but who is behind it? Who came up with this great idea?
Yeah, so look, first, it started like just a movement of a goodwill around 10 years ago. What we were doing, we were just interviewing people all around the world. We were like a group of people, I don't know, 1,000 or something, from different countries. And we wanted to show people in the world that we are all the same, that we are one humanity family. So we were interviewing people offline, online, in streets, via Zoom, StreamYard, and so on, asking them 3 simple questions. Well, 3 questions. One is, what to your mind unites people all around the world, regardless of nationality, religion, skin color, gender, age, anything? Second, which kind of society you want to live in, describe it. And third question, what's wrong with our nowadays world? And thanks to those surveys, we interviewed millions of people. We produced 2 huge movies, each 4 hours. They were called Universal Grain. You can find it on YouTube easily. So we made few conclusions. First conclusion, that there is a huge demand for a change, and people really feel like we are living in an absurd world, like everything is upside down. No one said like, our world is okay, everything is fine. No, everyone was listing some problems. And second, we realized that people really want the same things.
Yeah.
No one said like only my nation or only my social group should live like this and the other world doesn't matter. No, like people understand that we are interconnected, that all planet is like one organism. And they were saying, describing world of their dream, they actually described the same thing. And what they described, you can see in 8 foundations of the Creative Society, 8 pillars of the Creative Society, which you can find on our website, creativesociety.com. I invite everyone to read, and after reading, ask yourself, like, do I want to live in this world? And if the answer is yes, join the project.
Join the movement. It is a movement. It is very interesting, I must say. And let's see if Mr. Joseph. Good morning. Okay. I think it's still struggling.
Yes, please. Good morning. My name is Joseph, and I was listening, and I'm a little traveling, and so I was listening to the entire conversation and all what Creative Society is all about. We as a Creative Society, when I say we, I really include me and any other person who is willing to join Creative Society. We really do have lots of goals to make sure that we do change the world.
Before that, Mr. Wando, is it possible that you switch on your video camera? Would love to see you, and maybe formally introduce yourself. Which country are you representing? I'm also trying to link Cynthia as well. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, if it's possible, please, can you do that for me? Yes, now we can see you. Thank you so much for joining us. First things first, greet the listeners of Keith Ngesi Radio, and maybe, as I said, introduce yourself and which country are you tuning in from? Thank you.
Just to introduce myself, my name is Joseph Wandoga, and I'm from Uganda, that's East Africa. I have been under Creative Society. I've been in a Creative Society. In fact, I'm an educational counselor. I'm I'm a community counselor. I'm an accountant by profession. So
Mhm.
I decided to join Creative Society after really doing enough research. I did enough research to make sure that I really do understand everything
Mhm.
about Creative Society, to make sure that I understand everything what really are the goals and the ambitions. And I
Okay.
saw that right now the humanity, the problems that we are facing as the world, we really need first come together and find a
Mm.
general solution, and find
Yeah.
what exactly we are supposed to do as a world. Yeah.
Mm. Wow, wow. And I like the fact that you are from Africa, a continent that used to be the Ubuntu continent. And now it seems like we are the ones now who are no longer, subscribe to those Ubuntu values. And do you think by being a member of or by joining the movement, Creative Society, might, assist us as Africans to go back to those values?
Okay. Me as a being an African, the first thing I
Mhm.
want to point as an African, we are facing more challenges than any of these Western countries. That's one thing that we need to
Mm.
understand as
Yeah,
Africa.
true.
In terms
Mhm.
of leadership, in terms of politics and all that.
Mm.
But we as Africans, we have been fighting to make sure that we improve our standards of living, we improve the ways of living of the people. But at times, I think we are
Mm.
failing. And the reason
Mm.
as why we are failing, at times very we have the resources, we have lots
Mm.
of things, but however, we even fail to do use them at times. So
Okay.
why don't we first come together as a world? The world.
Mm. Mm.
We first make the entire world as a global village, putting aside that this is
Oh, we've lost him there. I think it's due to technical uh, network challenges. Maybe let's go back to Olga. But before that, Olga, let's quickly pay the bills. Let's go to a commercial break, and
What if each one of us has an opportunity to live in a completely different reality? What if you could change the world? What would that world be like? What if science would not serve private interests? What technologies would everyone already have? How would the world be transformed? Have you ever thought about this?
Welcome to the real world.
Creative Society is a world where everything serves to improve your life every minute. In the Creative Society, you will have access to matter replicators to create clothes and food for free,
Enjoy your meal.
free education anywhere in the world, spacious free housing by birthright. In the Creative Society, you will have access to free high-quality healthcare, body regeneration capsule in every home,
Your body is completely restored.
safe transport, and a unified emergency service everywhere.
Welcome back. It is exactly 16 minutes before 9 o'clock Central African time. This is Keith Gessie Radio. We're doing radio according to Creative Society. Welcome back, Olga and Joseph. A quick one, Olga. What are the goals and objectives of the Creative Society project? And is there a membership involved to join this noble project?
Thank you so much. The main objective of the Creative Society, as I said earlier, to provide creative format of life in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It means that every human being will be able to live as a human from a capital H, not to survive like we are living now.
Mm.
So to provide basic needs and also to revolve everything around human life.
Mm.
And sorry, your second question was about membership, right?
Membership
So
involved, yes.
yeah. So there is no membership as it is. Of course, we don't have any fees. You don't have to complete any difficult forms or something, because as we said, Creative Society is for everyone, every human being who wants to live in this format. And membership just means participation, means everyone who is interested, they can join our website. There is huge red button, join on the website, creativesociety.com. And for example, if they choose, there will be 3 options while registering. First 2 are just like officially saying, yes, I want to live in this kind of the world. And third one is about, I want to actively participate. So if someone chooses third option, we will contact that person. Like some time ago, we contacted Joseph. Some time ago, we contacted some other people, and we will explain like more about the project and how they can, what they can do. Because maybe I can say quickly about the stages of building, if you give me this opportunity.
Before that, let's welcome Cynthia. She's here. Wow, I'm so excited to see my African sisters and brothers joining this noble project. Cynthia, good morning, and thank you for joining us. Welcome to KPSC Radio.
Morning, how are you? Thank you so
I'm
much,
blessed to thank you.
Wama, for inviting me for this show. It's a pleasure, and it's good to see Africa growing and supporting Creative Society Project. Yes, my name is Cynthia Bito. I'm speaking from Uganda, and I'm the acting team lead, Creative Society Uganda. I just want to give a kind of a testimony how I joined the project. It was during that time when I was working with internally displaced persons in Gulu, and based on what I was seeing in my community, young girls and boys joining prostitution at the age of 13 and 14, and questioning myself of what value do we have as humans, in our societies, being that I have a background in community building and working with an NGO. So I was asking a lot of questions. Why isn't government, coming in, all these foundations and organizations coming in? And it was that time when I got to learn about Creative Society. And what intrigued me was human life being the highest value, where we value ourselves as human. And best, I know Kotick has been sharing about the consumers format, where we've lost the humanity in us. Everyone wants, where can we gain it? What is it for me to do what I'm doing? Like, we've lost that human touch, where there's that love within ourselves, there's that unity. The fact that there's a lot, in Creative Society, you get exposed to a lot, like what is affecting our climate, our climate crisis. What are some of the technology that has been developed? Let's talk about maybe technology developed in education, and yet we still have children around the world that don't have access to quality education. But it's part of the benefits that Creative Society Project will bring to the masses, to everyone, and the fact that they're not discriminating between who is who. It's to bring everyone on board, and all of us realizing that it's high time that we need to value ourselves as human and enjoy the world that has been given to us by Mother Nature. So I'm so privileged to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Wow. Thank you so much for that testimony. Well, I'm sure everyone at home, the viewers and listeners, already checking the website. It is very interesting, I must say. And I'm happy to see Africans, not only, people outside the continent, but Africans joining this wonderful movement. Well, I do want to go back to Joseph, but before that, Olga, the stages of building the Creative Society. Can you take us through, please?
Let me be quick. So around 3 years ago, when we made all those conclusions that there is demand for a change, that people wanted, that all people around the world want to change, we sit down with specialists from different areas. Luckily, we have in the movement professionals from all the possible areas, from economics, for education, healthcare, everything else. And we wrote down the stages. Like, we were thinking, how can we build this so globally? So we broke it into stages. Of course, we cannot just instantly go and change everything. We need to be step by step. So first stage, and it's the biggest, but really need to do it. We need to inform all people in the world about this project, that it exists, that everyone can support it, everyone can participate, and also to show genuinity of the project, that it's not something, people are so tired of being scammed by some campaigns, also political, religion, some cults and so on. We are showing that we are just ordinary people, just like everyone else. So it's the first stage, inform everyone, so everyone can understand what is Creative Society. Then second, we'll be able to create political demand, and politics will pick it up and represent Creative Society on the governmental level to implement 8 foundations of the Creative Society in the constitutions of the countries. Will it be nowadays politics or just ordinary people who will go to politics to represent the project? We don't know that. We will see. I think it will change from country to country. But the main thing, we will make this very detailed, strict contracts with those politics, so they can really represent the project fully. And then third stage will be called electoral stage, when we will create electoral platform, and we already have a genius IT developers who can do that live. It will be like an application or a website, maybe both, a combination, and everyone will be able to enter it from phone, from tablet, from PC, and vote for specific decisions, for specific questions. For example, like where to spend our taxes. How do we want it to be spent? And we will decide, just voting and deciding by majority. And then after this, passing these 3 stages, we will be able to change everything. So round tables of specialists from every area will sit and carefully build the algorithm, how to improve every area of our life.
Okay, all right. Joseph, you've mentioned that we are interconnected, and we have lost human touch as Africans, and we've lost the spirit of Ubuntu. Can you then maybe, because as an African in the African continent who is part of this wonderful movement, I like that dog behind there. Is this can this work for the African continent? Look, we Kotika mentioned that this is a mix of technology and humanity, and there are countries within the African continent who are, don't even know what a cell phone is, and technology to them is still a dream.
Sorry, just to cut short, there's a lot of noise in the background. I think I should wait, maybe have microphone.
Okay. No, it's fine. We're fixing that.
You can proceed with the question.
I wanted to find out, as someone who's already, joined the movement, and this movement is about the mix of technology and humanity. Do you think, as the African continent, are we ready? Because there are countries within the continent, there are places where there's, basic needs. There's no water, there's no roads, infrastructure. And then when you're talking technology, that's a wild dream. Can this work? And how best? I want us to approach it the African way.
The truth is that that's a very good question. As we as the Africans, now we're talking as Africans. We are talking about this issue as Africans. The thing ain't about the technology that we are having. The reason as why we are having poor technology is because we are disunited. So to acquire this technology as of the current, we need to first buy it. We only need to buy it. So as Creative Society, we are saying, why don't we first come together so that we can acquire this technology at a no cost? You just acquire the technology, you acquire all the better services without any cost. So the reason as why we are still backward as Africa, just to quote, the reason as why we are backward is the divisions. This is Uganda, this is Europe, and this is Africa. So we have to first put in the money. This consumer society we are living in, we have to invest in more money to make sure that we can live, and the money that which we may not be having as of now. So as Creative Society, we have come up with a solution. Let's first come together once we are all together as a village, let me call it a village, a national village where the world, I can move to Europe, I can move to Africa, I can move to any other continent, then we shall be able to acquire the technology. We bring it this side and everything will be implemented automatically. The education, the medical, everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In the interest of time, we're a few minutes left now. But Cynthia, which benefits will every single person get in the creative society? Let's say viewers at home now, Google, join us. What are the benefits of being a member of Creative Society?
Yes, I hope you guys can hear me. One of the benefits that you can get as when you join Creative Society is there's that family within Creative Society, unity, where you can easily connect with anyone, all the participants or volunteers of Creative Society around the globe. And you have the ability to grow as a person, as an individual, but also as a community. Second are the benefits of the basic needs of a human life, like health, clean water, quality education, quality health care. Every person under Creative Society, as by birthright, you'll have $1,000 by birthright, whether you're working or you're not working. Let's talk about housing. Most of us, especially in Africa, you find people who are staying in really small, poor housing with no air conditioning, not clean toilets, but you have access to affordable space where you can relate. Another benefit in Creative Society, there will be free movement across the world. No passport restrictions. All those are the benefits that you will get. And our children, our children when you talk about education, they will study what relates to them, what are their goals, what do they want, and those are some of the benefits.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We all need to build the Creative Society. It's the only way out.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. The time is against us. Lastly, Kotika, what is happening on the 12th of November? Quickly, a few seconds left.
Oh, thank you so much. 12th of November, guys, join the international online forum called Our Survival is in Unity. It will be 11 hours. You can watch it on our website, creativesociety.com, or in YouTube. And over there, you will see how exactly we can build this project, why we need to build this project. And you will also see a scale of it, how global it is already, how many people support it. Don't miss it.
Wow, we don't want to miss that. I'm definitely joining, and I would love to encourage it. And I'm live from South Africa. All guys is in Turkey. Cynthia, wonder they are in Uganda. There are people from Ukraine. This is a global movement, a Creative Society International project. Be the change that you want to see. Let's do this and see how it goes. Let's see if can't we, bring back the spirit of Ubuntu. Let's bring back the unity, because that's what we're all divided. And let's see, can't we change the world? I believe we can. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Well, and I think we need to take this further. Maybe have a whole hour just explaining this so that people can get to understand how is this, because we really cannot survive on our own. We are in silos, and if we can join our hands together and see if can't we then bring back the lost human touch, and be one world. Thank you so much. Thank you for gracing us with your presence this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia.
So much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Don't forget to share this video. Let's make it viral, and let's make sure that each and everyone get this message and join Creative Society. Well, that's it for me for today. My name is Loza Wamavene, Keith Gesi Radio, doing radio according to you live from South Africa. And now it is exactly 9 o'clock. Let's leave it there for today, but I have to do this. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank Thank you, all of you. Unfortunately, I can't even name you now one by one in the interest of.
What if each one of us has an opportunity to live in a completely different reality? What if you could change the world? What would that world be like? What if science would not